This is Comic Picks by the Glick.
And I'm your host, Jason Glick. Yeah, and see, for a little while I've had the, what I was going to do for this podcast, I was going to talk about James Cameron's favorite manga. But then something happened today that made me realize, like, hey, you know what? This would be a great time to talk about this on the podcast.
James Cameron has a favorite manga.
Yes, he does.
All right.
Yeah, because he's been talking about making a movie based on it for years now, but then he went and he's going to make Avatar instead. Not Avatar The Last Airbender, which is a purview of M. Night Shyamalan, but he's got his own Avatar thing, which I'm sure we'll be talking about in No Podcast for Old Men, like, later on this year.
We will.
Like, well, at least once the trailer pops up.
Right.
Anyway, but then something happened today, because, like, this is the weekend of the New York Comic Con, and one of the announcements that came out of there was from Yen Press. Like, they're a smaller publisher, headed up by Kurt Hassler, who's best known as the graphic novel buyer for Borders. He's one of the guys who actually got the whole manga and graphic novel boom from the early aughts rolling, because he's bought all this stuff to put in Borders, and once everyone found out that it sold, then it just went on from there. Mm-hmm. Now he's set up this publishing company called Yen Press, and he's been doing some interesting stuff. I mean, they got the fan service series Tsundome, which is interesting in the sense that it's not just about gratuitous wish fulfillment, but it's more about a girl sexually tormenting this guy into being a better person. So it's smut, but it's a higher grade of smut than you're usually used to.
It teaches you that you can have whatever you want, as long as you use sex to get it. Is that right? All right.
I don't know, I guess. But it's like, and then you've also got their autistic child series with the light about raising. It's a how-to series, basically, like, about the challenges of raising an autistic child. I mean, okay. It's interesting. The story isn't, like, mind blowing, but it's fascinating in a how-to sense. Like, it shows you about something that you never even considered before.
Right.
They've also got a bunch of other series which I've looked and saw. It's kind of like your standard shonen fight people beating the crap out of each other's stuff that I'm not going to bother with.
Right.
Yeah. They're also releasing the Haruhi Suzumiya light novels. Good for them. Not so much interested.
Light novels, not manga. Really.
Yeah, light novels, like words with pictures. Like, I've been reading more of those lately, but like, this is a whole different argument right here.
Right.
But my point is, yesterday at New York Comic Con, they announced that they now have a license for Yotsuba. It's one of the Yotsuba, or Yotsubato if you're into the Japanese pronunciation of the series, because the American version has Yotsuba ampersand, because basically it's Yotsuba and such and such.
Yeah, the translation's pretty good on that, though. I mean, that's fine.
Yeah. Okay, but and like, this is the major announcement, because for years ADV Manga has been publishing all the mangaka Kiyohiko Azuma's works, Azumanga Daioh, and then Yotsubato.
Right. And you use publishing in the lightest sense of the word here.
Yes,
right?
because, for a while, like, ADV was, like, they seemed to have that, like, when it first came out, like, it was great. I mean, it's like, you got, like, these volumes, like, every, like, quarterly, and then nothing for, like, over 2 years. Then they published 2 more, and then it's been nothing since the beginning of 2007. Yeah. So, ADV has been hounded, justifiably so, by complaints at every convention appearance they go to, like, where is Yotsubato? We want to know. Where is it? Mm-hmm. It's like, and ADV's been then just been climbing up, because, well, ADV, I mean, they've gone through, like, so many hardships over the years. I mean, like with now that Yen Press has Yotsubato, it's fair to say that their manga publishing, is effectively dead. Because unless they start getting Cromartie High School going again, they got nothing. Yeah. Nothing at all. But it's great because that Yen Press has it, because now they can, like, Yotsubato be brought to a wider audience by a company that actually has a focus on manga publishing,
right? And
not one that is just that's just been saying for years, where it's coming eventually, but we've got to get our manga, we have to get our anime publishing in a row first, because ADV, they're anime first, manga second, or at this point, manga whenever we get to it.
Yeah.
And God knows that's not the kind of company that I want handling a series as good as this.
However, there is a but to this, isn't there, or no?
Well, the but, as far as all I can tell, like, the but is, are they going to start by going straight from Volume 1 again, or are they going to pick up where the last published Volume 5 left off? Are they going to do Volume 6? Are they going to do Volume 6 and then start reprinting the series under their own imprint concurrently, or are they just going to start start from the beginning all over again. Personally, like, I don't care how they get it, as long as they get Volume 6 to me as soon as possible.
Agreed.
Because this series, Yotsuba 2, Yotsuba, and however you want to say it, it is great, great stuff.
It is. And a little different from his previous series just before that, which was, I believe, Azumanga Daioh.
Yeah, actually, to be honest, I probably have to go on Wikipedia or someplace to check to see if Kiyohiko Azuma is a guy or a girl, but that's irrelevant to this discussion,
right?
Because Yotsuba, I mean, it's basically about this cute green-haired girl who's adopted out of this translator, and it starts off with like them moving to this town and getting acclimated to life there, and the rest of the series is just about how this girl reacts to, like, the simple mundane things of life, moving into a place, doorbells, swings. I mean, like, she can find joy in anything.
Yes.
And she'll do just about anything, regardless of the consequences.
Yes.
It's like when a girl, like one of the neighbor girls, instructs her on how to use a swing. Like, she shows her how to do it, and Yotsuba starts to use it, and she just gets to the point where she just flies back and forth on there, and the girl says, "No, whatever you, don't let go." She goes, "Let go." She just flies right off the swing onto the sand, completely unharmed, and she's like, "Oh, scary." I mean, she's like, it's funny seeing her completely unhinged response to just about anything. I mean, like, she's completely innocent worldview on life, and an almost anarchic sense as well. Because, like, it's funny seeing her, like, catch a bunch of cicadas and then taking them home to the neighbor's house and saying, "Oh, look at all the ones I caught," and then just rips off the covering to the cage she's been collecting the cicadas in, so they all escape into the house. It's great anarchic fun, and and you look at her, this cute little green-haired girl with 4 pigtails, and you wonder, like, no wonder she's being the mascot of 4chan, because she's just like anarchy personified, in a sense. I mean, the series is a lot fun. Just the way it takes, like, all the, like, a lot of mundane stuff of everyday life, and just, like, shows you all the humor you can find in it, like how
exactly,
yeah, like seeing her, like, just run about in the rain, like being scared by a design on a lifesaver, or just like going to a festival, or matching wits with one of her dad's employees. It's great fun. I remember one of the other critics' descriptions is it's like hugging a box full of kittens, and it's just so cute like that. I mean, like, unless you hate kittens, you're probably not gonna. Yeah, you're not going to like this, but everyone else, like, it's great fun. I'm thrilled to death that it's finally getting a proper release from a company that actually has manga as
someone that cares about publishing.
Yes,
at least on a regular basis.
Oh, thank God for that. I mean, because it's like I hate to kick ADV while they're down, but I could just go on and on about how they've just given a huge, like, indirect middle finger to fans by not publishing this series.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, how many times had I gone to the store and I haven't seen them, and I was waiting for it, and then it never arrived. Yeah, it's like Santa Claus isn't coming.
Yeah, Santa Claus ain't ever coming to town again, right. Bitch. Yeah. However, that being said, to ADV's credit, they have at least published the entirety of Kiyohiko Azuma's other series, Azumanga Daioh.
Okay.
Now, that's almost be a no-brainer, because they've also published the anime that's made out of manga. And, well, I've said before on our anime podcast, yes, the anime is better than the manga. The manga, however, is still a very fun read, and worth your time if you can find it in the omnibus edition. Because what we see about ADV now, I mean, like, yeah, you've got all of Azumanga Daioh in the U.S. You can buy it in 1 volume or 4 volumes if you feel like it. Yeah. So it's like, what they've done to the series is academic at this point. Because now with Azumanga Daioh, it's just basically another slice of life series about the experiences of 5 schoolgirls going through Japan's high school system. You got the cute super genius Chiyo, like the unassuming athletic superstar Sakaki, like the outrageous and abrasive Tomo, like Yomi, the smart intelligent quiet girl who just winds up getting the short end of the stick every time,
and obsessing about her waistline.
Yes, yeah, and Osaka. Oh God, how do we describe Osaka? Osaka, it's like the lights are on, and there's something home. We're just not sure what.
It's a blank slate, mostly.
Yeah. It's like there's something there. We're not sure what's going on. Mm-hmm. Now, as opposed to Yotsuba, which is done in traditional comic style format,
right?
Most of Azumanga Daioh was in 4-panel comic format.
Right.
It's just it works pretty well for the most part. I mean, like the thing is, like a lot of Kiyohiko Azuma style works like hinges on just using like time and distance for its jokes. I mean, like, he'll just encounter like several like moments of silence before he or she hits you with the punchline, and that's the kind of way it goes with Azumanga Daioh as well. Mm-hmm. The catch is, and I'm pretty sure I mentioned this before on the anime podcast, is that the 4-panel format doesn't work as well for defining character and action as well as 5 minutes of animation does, which is how the TV series was done. Mm-hmm. Now, still though, the manga series does have some great parts, including a few lots of gags that didn't actually make it into the anime that are still worth your time, like Tomo pushing the button that kills Chiyo, or Osaka like putting on a mask and to hide from everyone, and then saying, "Oh, look, it's me." Yeah, it's good, goofy stuff. It's hampered only by the fact this is one of ADV's very first translation projects, and it shows. I mean, to their credit, things get better, but you still have to work through things like in the first volume. Well, all the girls were learning English, were taking English classes, like in the TV series. In the first volume, though, they're learning Spanish. Like presumably, it was done as Spanish in the English version of the manga to, I don't know, capture the feeling that Japanese readers had when the girls were learning English. Mm-hmm. But it just doesn't work out right well because while some people might get the joke, a lot of us who are reading the series probably get the joke, probably understand what English is, and we'll probably just be annoyed by the fact that they didn't go that direction.
Right.
That said, things you can see that ADV does get better, and like volumes 3 and 4 are a huge improvement over volumes 1 and 2. Yeah, and then you also get the entire series as a nice omnibus for like $25, which is less than what the 4 volumes run you by themselves at $10 each.
Right, I saw that down at Borders. I think they had several of them on the shelf.
Oh yeah, it's like I got it for a friend of mine as a Christmas gift last year. It's like, and she was enormously impressed by it. Mm. So I guess it's the humor. It's like I said, it's very slice of life, very low key for the most part. It doesn't
especially in this format, correct?
Oh yeah,
the 4-panel format kind of lends itself to a punchline that may not come in the first panel, right?
Yeah, it's like they'll like.
No, in the first set, I should say.
Yeah, it's like there's sometimes like you'll go like several strips with that before like the punchline for this particular series finally reveals itself. And like I said, if that low key stuff is your bag, then you're gonna love this to death. Mm-hmm. And like I said, I like it. I mean, in a sense, I like comparing it to the anime, seeing how what works, what doesn't. But still, like overall, it's a very, very worthwhile buy. Like both of his or her series are.
Once I figure that question out.
Yeah, we're gonna try to take a visit over to Wikipedia after we're done with this. But really, regardless of what gender the mangaka is, mm-hmm. It's like it's great to have both of Kiyohiko Azuma's series in print, and it's like I'm looking forward to rereading the series, or not necessarily rereading because I always have a huge beef with buying series twice, but once Yen Press gets up to volume 6, I'll be a very happy man.
Oh, so will I. I have been waiting for this for quite some time.
Oh yeah.
I actually went so far as to actually just buy the Japanese versions of them straight up and just translate them manually.
Yeah, and how'd that work for you?
Not bad, but the problem is that then I might, if I wanted to see how they actually translated it, it would be I'd have to wind up buying them again, and that's the problem. It's like because most Japanese manga runs around in the book form, runs about the same price as they do here. So maybe about
so is it a markup? Because
sometimes it's like $6 to $10. So I mean, and most American single volume
starts at most American 10. Stuff starts at like the really popular Shonen Jump stuff starts at $8. Like Azumanga Daioh and everything else starts at like $9.
Yeah.
And anything published by Dark Horse goes like $11 and up.
Yeah. So it's a kind of a thing where it's like, well, and I might, if I really do like this series, I might rebuy it. You never know.
Yeah.
So
yeah. So like, so even if you haven't bought the series, either series already, they're so worth buying. Even if they're in the ADV editions. Like I don't see like I don't see like Yen Press improving a whole heck of a lot on what they've done with what ADV did with Yotsubato. Mm-hmm. If they do happen to get Azumanga Daioh at a later date, it might be worth rebuying just for the improved translation of the first 2 volumes.
yeah, that might be a benefit to buy it.
Yeah, but still, it's still hypothetically speaking at any like at this point in time.
Right.
Okay. Yep. So on that note, that like I said, both series well worth your time. Go buy them now. Yeah.
All right.
And next week, James Cameron's favorite manga.
All right. We'll see you next time. Catch you later.
Laters.